The Stellar Blade sequel is now under serious consideration, an update on Death Stranding 2 development, Assassin's Creed Shadows pre-orders going very well, Take-Two is confident in that GTA6 launch window, and more. Let's get to the PlayStation news. Stellar Blade has been very successful after its release, but now developer Shift Up is looking at what's next for the series, potentially turning it into a franchise. Shift Up CEO and game director Hong Tae Kim spoke with Famitsu back in March and teased the possibility of a sequel, but now it's starting to look more real. In a report published by the Korean developer, they said that AAA console titles such as God of War and Final Fantasy have shown tremendous potential, selling 66 and 185 million copies respectively, as one of the many precedents for AAA titles to evolve into an IP franchise by extending their lifespan. As a result, they are exploring the possibility of a PC version of Stellar Blade and a sequel. The question for that sequel would be if it will stay on PlayStation, as Sony doesn't own the IP, they just work as a publisher, so Shift Up can go either exclusive or multi-platform. Other plans for the game are to introduce new gameplay elements, DLC, and new collaborations. Speaking of collaborations, PlayStation Australia announced one with Gummy Chicken across Sydney and Melbourne for a Stellar Blade Blue Burger, so we can see they are working on that already. Not sure about the blue buns, but other than that it looks amazing. Shift Up is also looking ahead of Stellar Blade with a new urban sci-fi RPG game called Project Witches, up for a release on consoles, PC and mobile in 2027 or later. Are you looking forward to any of these projects from Shift Up? Share with us in the comments. Next, we have already seen some Death Stranding 2 and we have to wait until 2025 to play it, but now creator Hideo Kojima has shared an update to help ease the wait. As reported by Famitsu, Kojima was on the Japanese radio show Hiderash Infinity, where he said the game's actors have finished recording dialogue and motion capture for the game. He also indicated that the trailer from the January State of Play was meant to introduce the themes and new characters for the game, plus their relationships. With the capture process now complete, Kojima said they will focus on adjusting the game so it's fun and easy to understand for the audience, something that should take about a year. So we could have a 2025 second half release window for Death Stranding 2, likely around that November window for the first game. Given this update, we may not see that the rumored upcoming showcase, since it was heavily featured in the January State of Play, but there's probably a slim chance. Do you hope Hideo Kojima shows more on Death Stranding 2 soon? Let us know in the comments. Before our next story, here's some quick-fire gaming news. The new Dragon Ball Sparking Zero could be up for an October 1st release date as per data miner Sergio M3R, who has done the same for previous Bandai Namco games before. It would also line up with previous Budokai Tenkaichi games which were released during that month. We'll probably know after Summer Game Fest. WB Games and Player First Games released a new trailer for the return of Multiversus, and it confirms previous rumors that Jason Voorhees and the Matrix Agent Smith would be added to the fighting game. It comes out next Tuesday, May 28 for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series and PC. Studio Game Science revealed a new trailer for Black Myth Wukong over the weekend, and now new details have come from leaker Lunatic Ignus, who said the game will have a new game plus at launch, multiple endings, around 160 plus enemies and over 80 bosses, with the difficulty being slightly easier than Soulsborne games. It launches on August 20 for PS5, Xbox Series and PC. Stonelock Studios revealed the PS5 launch date for the survival RPG V Rising with a new trailer. It will be out on June 11th, priced at $40 for the standard edition, a Castlevania edition for $60 and a complete edition for $100. The last two give you 5 days of early access on June 5th, among other digital extras. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown just got a new free update out right now that adds a boss revenge mode, where you can test yourself against any boss in any difficulty, or you can go against all bosses in boss rush mode. It also adds fast travel and 2 new costumes, including Prince of Persia 2008. Sticking with Ubisoft, they revealed the first cinematic trailer for Assassin's Creed Shadows last week, but the reception has been mixed toward negative. The whole backlash for adding Yasuki as one of the main characters despite the African warrior being part of Japanese history has caused this to be the most disliked trailer in the whole series. After 7 million views as of recording, the trailer on the Ubisoft channel has 267,000 likes against 603,000 dislikes, and a similar story can be seen in the PlayStation channel with 15,000 likes versus 26,000 dislikes after 210,000 views. Some fans may not be happy with Assassin's Creed Shadows, but that is not stopping the game from doing very well on pre-orders. According to Insider Gaming, Tom Henderson is performing very strong, though he doesn't have the exact numbers, but no one at Ubisoft he knows seems disappointed. Over on the PlayStation Store, the $130 Ultimate Edition for Assassin's Creed Shadows is ranked at 6th, ahead of the Elden Ring Shadow of the Earth 3 bundle, Undisputed and Elden Ring Shadow of the Earth 3, while the regular edition for Assassin's Creed closes the top 10 as of recording. What do you think about the controversy surrounding Assassin's Creed Shadows? Let us know in the comments. Moving on, last week we talked about how Take-Two was now expecting Grand Theft Auto 6 to be released during fall 2025, but with games getting delayed every now and then, one could wonder if they will actually launch by that time. It appears Take-Two is very confident of the game making it during fall 2025, or at least CEO Stross Zelnick is. He gave an interview with CNBC where he talked about how they decide product release dates, and while he admitted there's a slippage in the industry and they are not immune to that, they narrowed the timing because they are highly confident in that timing. I asked you here on the channel if you think Take-Two and Rockstar would hit that launch window, and out of 33 votes you were just as confident as Take-Two with 58% voting the game will launch in fall 2025, 24% said it would be delayed to early 2026, and 18% didn't care about GTA6. Do you think Grand Theft Auto 6 will release as planned? Let me know your thoughts about that and any of this news in the comments below. If you want more PlayStation and gaming news, remember to subscribe and hit the bell to never miss an episode. You can also check out the previous video where we talk about Ghost of Tsushima beating God of War, hints about Sony doing a new portable, new Resident Evil remake rumors, and a lot more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.